Two quotes. Banks are more dangerous than standing armies. Thomas Jefferson. Standing armies are a threat to liberty. James Madison. Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of The Sovereign Goat Man, unedited, uncut, and straight from the heart. In light of what happened recently in the Middle East, I was compelled to make this video. This is something that I have felt for years, but I think it's time for me to verbalize it, to share my thoughts with you. First things first, I'm not against the military. I am proud of my military service. I am proud of all the friends that I have made when I was in the service. There are still good people in the military, even though for the most part it has gone woke. It still attracts the right type of people that should serve. Having said that, the truth is that the military should not be under the control of the federal government, and I will explain that. So right now we have a standing army, or we actually have a lot of standing armies. We have standing armies within our country. They are made of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of three-letter agencies. And then you have the standing army in uniform. Those are the regular military guys that are serving in over 800 bases all over the world. So the standing armies that we have in this country, the three-letter agencies, the alphabet soups, the truth is that they don't work for the American people. They don't work for you, they don't work for me. They work for the oligarchs. The oligarchs fund these criminals in suit via the power of the purse through the Federal Reserve. As you know, the Federal Reserve, they have the power to just print fiat currency into infinity. And because they have that power, they also have infinite power to fund the expansion of the standing armies within our country. So that's one. The regular military that we have, they're also standing armies, and they are being used by the same oligarchs to subvert countries all over the world. If a nation does not want to use the dollar, usually they're bombed. There's always some kind of a reason as to why we're bombing this country or that country, and the reason is simple: because the oligarchs want to preserve the hegemony of the petrodollar. It's plain and simple. So it's important to understand that the threat to liberties within and the threat to other countries outside of our borders, the root cause really is the Federal Reserve, because they're the ones that fund all these agencies and organizations that really, again, do nothing but hurt humanity, including Americans and innocent people all over the world. If you don't believe me, you look at what Brandon did just a year or so ago when he expanded the IRS. There are more armed IRS agents than there are United States Marines. Now think about that. Do you honestly believe that those agents were established to go after the millionaires? No, they were created to come after us, regular Americans. If you have $601 in your Venmo account, they will come after you, and they will shoot you if you don't comply. That's the dangerous standing army that Thomas Jefferson, or that James Madison warned us against. Thomas Jefferson, again, he warned of banks being more dangerous than standing armies, because without the Federal Reserve, without the ability to print fiat out of thin air, all these organizations will not be funded and they will not be expanded. So having said that, again, I'm not against the military. National defense is necessary for the preservation of the sovereignty of our nation. But the truth is that our military, the real military, the ones that you wear the uniform, they should not be controlled by the federal government. They should be controlled as low as possible by the state via National Guard, or at the local level via militia. We are the militia. I don't know if you guys know that, but we are. It's up to us to clean up, police ourselves, our community. That's what the Second Amendment is about. So things are not good worldwide. For example, what happened recently in Yemen. That's part of the World War, the Third World War that's expanding. It already started, but it's not official yet, and it's just going to keep going. And again, the bottom line is that all these things that are happening because of the monetary reset, because our current monetary system is failing, it's old and archaic, and the oligarchs want to replace it with a new one. And usually, if you look at history, wars are often they often parallel the monetary reset, whether it's going from one fiat to another, or whether it's the fact that the dollar became the world reserve currency after the Second World War, or the fact that the petrodollar was born in 1971 after Nixon took us off the gold standard. So wars and monetary resets often parallel each other. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. So we are in dangerous times. So just be prepared. Just know that it's going to get worse. Just know that government expansionism will continue, and just know that a lot of people will die. So just be prepared. And with that, Sovereign Goat Man is out.